Mhm. Okay, I want to start with a little story about my friend Barb. I went to her house yesterday and she was telling me this crazy story. So, she and her husband separated a while ago. What, 5, 6, maybe around, I don't know. It's been a while. Uh, the relationship got very abusive. He was cheating on her openly, alcoholism, uh, bad stuff. They separated. Her stepson, but not really close, like just like I guess like just half family, that they're not close at all. He's trying to take Conrad, the ex-husband, to court to say that he's mentally inept because there's a revocable trust that got revoked. And because it got revoked, he's trying to sue him on the same day that Barb's trying to buy a house and it's getting kind of caught up. And they were going to do the septic, oh, excuse me, they were going to do the septic, hold on, set an alarm for 9 o'clock to write paper. It's turned on. Where was I? Septic tank. They were going to do the septic inspection, but there was a ton of blackberry growing all over it. If you didn't know, blackberry is invasive in Oregon. It grows everywhere, everywhere, and super high. Like any abandoned building will be covered with blackberry up to the second floor. It just swarms it. I have so many pictures. I'll send you one. I mean, even like barns covered with blackberry. So this septic tank had blackberry all over it. She's trying to rent equipment to get it down, doing it by hand. The agent said that they passed on the information that Barb was going to be there to do the blackberry. Homeowner didn't know, was there when she was there. Really awkward encounter. He said that her trying to lower the price was unfair. It was already a steal as it was. The roof is janky, the septic is janky. It's a conflict about that. She's like, I don't know if I'm even gonna get the house anymore. They're way too attached to it. All this stuff, right? Leave Blackberry. I have this little Simple Abundance, a daybook of comfort and joy from 1995, and I love it. I love it. I haven't picked it up. Oh, that scared me. So just fell off the wall. I love it. Haven't read it in half a month. Going through the last day of September. Whatever. Whatever. Seasons are meaningful to me. Who cares? Anyways, joyful simplicities for September. One of them, observe the autumnal festival of Michaelmas on September 29th, yesterday, which is the feast day of St. Michael the Archangel. This ancient English harvest festival dates back to the 6th century. Legend has it that on this day, the devil was driven out of heaven by St. Michael and landed in a patch of blackberry brambles. It's traditional to have blackberry trees. Whatever. Conrad is the ex-husband. Isn't that kind of crazy? And Barb has described this man as having demons, uh, narcissist, bad man. But maybe makes you do a little bit of head scratch. Huh? Crazy. Let me give you an updated tour of the place. Uh, I need a coffee table. So I feng sh- feng I feng shuied it. I moved the couch over to this wall. So we have this beautiful 1970s. Look at these carved accents. My funky pillows are perfectly at home. Look at that. Look at that cat. We got some vintage and just regular blankets in this vintage brass fire wood holder. Lamps. I got this at a yard sale. It's great. I need to start knitting again. I totally forgot that I knew how to knit. I completely forgot that I enjoy knitting. Let me quick tangent. On the road trip, I was knitting so much. Look at this. Look at that beauty. In like a day. And then I got here and I started school and I forgot that I knew how to do this. I was about to puzzle today. I'm gonna start puzzling again. Here's this rocker. Not even a rocker, it's a glider. It's so smooth. When I bought it, I met the I met the man who donated it, and he told me his grandmother something about his grandmother and nursing, and it was kind of weird. But I was like, I know the chair's history. I kind of have to have it. So I have a pillow. I have my little fall decoration. I said it's a print night. This is a show and tell part of the night. Ah! Yeah, crazy. Horse tapestry is up. We got the ship. I've totally showed you that before. Is a ship. Hey, ah, hey. I made this yesterday night. It's a little mock-up. I want to make that, but bigger. Now that I have my new tools that I showed you guys the last time, I've been doing little things to see how the you don't care. You don't care. Oh, lace. Put nice. I bought this. Where scam? I found this listing on Craigslist for a ton of super sick stuff at steal. A steal and a half. Some of them. I got this quilt, sick for much cheaper than it should have been. So I'm at this lady's house, bookcase update. Um, I'm at this woman's house I just paid her so much money, so much money, and then I asked about this lamp because it's perfect. It's so cool. It has a ship on the top of it, and I'm expecting her to, like, cut me a deal. No, $65, and I don't wanna look rude and then go, "Oh, never mind." So I so that lamp was more more expensive than it should have been, unfortunately. Uh, I'm a little disappointed in that woman. I would have done it differently, but to each their own, I suppose. I got 4 pairs of these sunglasses for $6, specifically for school dances. Because there's one last night. I'm putting my current reeds in this tiny chair that Ian glued. I'm actually using it. It's exciting. This is going to be the pink corner. No particular reason. There's a lot of pink things in the corner. So I'm gonna keep going with that. I'm gonna clear off my are that big? Is this huge? I've never had an ego before this. This is great. Ah, it worked. Great. Okay. Do you wanna see some of the things I've made lately? As I yeah, sure. I don't know why I'm trying to take a survey when I can just do it. I'm gonna this I, in my grammar class, we opened with 5 minutes of free writing. So I'm gonna take the journals and reflect, see how far we've come, and then I'll use the rest for labels probably. I kind of realized that uh, I just keep going levels of recycling. Why buy secondhand paper when I could secondhand my own paper? You know, I have notebook paper that I will never use because I don't want to touch the sacred memories of Bill Jolliffe. So I can just rip it out, print a label. They don't care. They're not saving that. When I thought Katie was gonna let me do whimsical stuff at her redacted, I guess. I bought these at the Nashville bins and they're so cute. So I'm just using them for arts and crafts. It's a little house. It says bless this house. And I thought how cute. But washi tape is also appropriate. Duolingo, give it up for a 30-day streak. This, I'm so glad I bought this. Lifesaver. I never knew that I cut so wonky and that I had something that cut straight. Ugh. Donate to the channel for live Duolingo challenge review. Once we get to 500 followers, uh, live Duolingo reveal. Tell your friends, tell your family, or don't. I bought these a while ago to send to Ian with some clothes that I was gonna send him, and then I thought, I don't know if he'd like them, so I never sent the clothes, which also means I never sent the super sour Scandinavian swimmers. So maybe I'll just nibble a few. Okay, where's I? Excuse me. What we're gonna be carving tonight is propaganda night. Woo! Okay, so history before we reveal. After the nuclear bomb incident, the some a group of atomic scientists got together and made this atomic review that the cover of every edition was the doomsday clock, and it showed how close to total catastrophe we are in terms of nuclear arms, climate change, etc., etc., etc. You know, let me make sure I'm quoting my sources. Doomsday clock. The Bulletin of Atomic Scientists. The doomsday clock is a symbol that represents the likelihood of a human-made global catastrophe in the opinion of the members of the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists. Maintained since 1947, the clock is a metaphor for threats to humanity from unchecked scientific and technological advances. A hypothetical global catastrophe is represented by midnight on the clock, and the bulletin's opinion on how close the world is to one represented by a certain number of minutes or seconds to midnight, assessed in January of each year. So it's coming up soon. We'll celebrate that. The clock's original setting in 1947 was 7 minutes to midnight. 7 minutes? 7 minutes to midnight. It's been set backwards 8 times and forward 17 times. The farthest time from midnight was 17 minutes in 1991. You know what it is right now? It is 90 seconds to midnight. That is very close to midnight. And a lot of that is due to the Ukraine and Russia, whatever. And a couple weeks ago, Kim Jong Un, North Korea, they would scrap for nearly anything right about now. North Korea not doing so hot. What do they have? Nuclear weapons. He visited Putin, had a little chat. And in the last week, the Siberia conflict got way escalated. The U.S. issued a de-escalation threat saying, "Hey, if you don't back down from the border of Kosovo." NATO got involved last time in 1991. Things are heating up. What a time to be a pacifist. Am I right? Am I right, ladies? Once again, we're going to circle back to Thomas Martin. These are the times that I'm kind of thinking, being a nun That doesn't sound too bad. You kinda just retreat to somewhere, nature, reading, contemplation. You're kinda sick. And then Merton's essay about you can't be an innocent bystander. That kind of feels like a is the call to the contemplative out? My Ukrainian Orthodox friend Elias, he won't tell me how to pronounce it in his native tongue 'cause he doesn't want me to mess it up. Adorable little boy. He said that monks are heretics. That was for a short amount of time because the scriptures needed to be preserved. Because that's how it happened in the medieval times. The only literate people were monks and nuns because they had to learn how to write the Bible and then distribute it accordingly. And that's why the press was such a big deal. And the first thing that was printed was a Bible. Because before then, the only way that people got it and missionaries could send it is by hand. I think English would do just fine, honestly. Here's the scale of the bison that they want to do. Pretty big, but it would be the same kind of flat looking short. Pardon me. Not the smaller one. This is my giant gouge. Aren't they huge? So, what's new with you guys? Any news? Sound off in the chat if you've had a good day at school. It's a Saturday. If last week was a good week of school. Yeah, totally. Oh, wow. Is it more like a peanut gallery type of thing? Like slinging some metaphorical tomatoes? Do me or Ian know what that would be a reference to? Or is that like archaic knowledge now? Sound off in the comments if you know what slinging tomatoes has its origins in. Y'all read Mark Twain? There's a chat on YouTube. What is this? I can chat. Here's something I whipped up. The giant handkerchief. That's just for fun. Just for me. Yeah! Cards. Ducks are fun. Here's one of the next ones I want to make. It's from a snack bag from like, I don't know, the 50s. But I'm gonna take just that background. I'm using these vintage illustrations to that's a quote. That's a quote. Reteach myself line work and simplicity because at some point I got switched in my mind. Instead of like relief printing, it was more literal transcription of what I was seeing, which meant it started feeling very literal instead of using the medium to its advantage. Did I talk about that last time? I feel like I repeated myself. Anyways, I'll carve soon, and I'll mute myself so you can talk amongst yourself and do whatever you need to do. I should have looked how to mute myself. Oh, that's easy. Say it with me. Silly goose. Here are the two options. I'm not, yeah, you can hear me now. The clock. Same clock. It's that section of the atomic bulletin, but expanded into a full one. And then it is 90 seconds to midnight. Be pretty cool. Back of a shirt is what I'm thinking. Back of this shirt specifically, it says proud to be an American. And then you have it is 90 seconds to midnight on the back. That sort of thing, Reaper. Camped out propaganda. Or we could do another one of these freehand moth hearts. I don't know where my sketchbook is, but I was doing a lot of these little hearts with shapes in them. I did one a while ago. I really liked it. I liked the size of it, and it would be a relief print mostly, using as much or saving as much negative space as possible. And sound off in the chat about what you would want to see. Uh, Component of three: sun, stars, fern, funky stars, moth, tree, any of those kind of whimsical fairy tale. Yeah, you can read that. I've had that. I've had that since freshman year of college. Feels good to have it up again. It deserves a place. So it's funny because it was very clearly just somebody's literal screenshot. It shows that they hit the retweet button. It also, I feel like it kind of sums up something. Anyways, so take a quick poll. Which one do we want to work on? We probably finish one of these tonight and then ink up and print. I've got a ton of laundry to do, so I'd like to clear out as many blanks as possible. I've got a couple patterns that I need to do some work on, like this dress. We've got this chain of bird and leaf, and then the bottom is a variation of that. So I just need to do the next section. If we finish one of these stamps, click me. Or we could do the pumpkin dude, pumpkin man, pumpkin snack bag. Mister 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 Pumpkin Snack. Now I'm gonna mute myself. And you can go about your daily business. Because if I play music, it doesn't like translate well because it goes through my speakers first. Unless I screen share and mute, but I don't think we enjoy this the same thing. Oh, we can listen to the Luddite podcast that I really enjoyed. Would recommend. Who's who's speaking? Okay, take a vote. I bought a slip strop to sharpen my gouges. I'm gonna do whichever one you guys decide I do. I don't know how to do I don't know how to sharpen these. I've tried a few times and I don't see a difference. I can tell the difference between a new gouge and an old gouge, I can tell you that, but not between one that I've sharpened or not. Ooh, okay, okay. Um, and I I I don't know, can I screen share? I don't know if I can, but if I could, I would have you guys see. I think I might be a technology luddite. Hot take Thursday, hot take Saturday, hot take Tuesday. Hot take Tuesday is the only one that feels right, but Tuesday isn't the kind of day that you give hot takes. Okay, how about you guys just independently listen to the Luddite podcast while you're watching me carve the doomsday clock? I think, hmm, it'd be a lot easier if I left it as a block and carved the words into it, but it would look better if I carved out the words. Okay, look up Blood in the Machine on Spotify. Okay, we'll see what I can do. That's doable. Okay. Listen to that, and, at the end of it, we'll check back in. We'll see if I finished. That cost $55. Why does plastic cost that much? I know it didn't cost that much to make. It's ridiculous. Truly ridiculous. Okay. Sorry, hold on. What did I do this week? A lot of school. Um, let's look for my charger as I unpack my bag that I brought home from Hoover House. Just a little, what's in my bag? Camera, of course. I'm trying to finish up this full. It's almost done. Most of it's from the 80s dance last night. Pretty fun. So small. Found it. Also,